In today's video, I recorded this entire session with no fucking audio. So what I'm going to do instead is do a voiceover and explain to you exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm looking out for and pointing out everything I'm seeing and what's making me decide to take the trade I take, exit when I do, everything. It's the first day as well that I've not live traded in a long time. So I'm fixing my psychology. My psychology's been off this week. I've won basically every single day this week, but traded very, very erratically and not how I should. So I've gone back to the drawing board this week, slowing things down. And so first day back, streaming by myself. Right, yo boys, as you can see, I'm going to do a walkover of this entire trade. Now, market opens straight away. It's already opened up at a short entry. Now, I don't want to take an entry immediately off of the break, how it just was. So at this point, I was speaking about, look, I'd rather a bit of a pullback. I want to see some bullish momentum and then come down if it was to take shorts. As you can see, I'm basically marking up US30 if I was going to go for a buy at this point, because US30 was showing quite a strong volume to the upside straight away, and I wouldn't mind taking the break on that. Now, as you can see here, NASDAQ is literally starting to break. Now, because NASDAQ didn't give a big enough pullback, I didn't actually enter this trade, and I don't enter this trade. As you can see here, I do mark it up just to see where it is and how it plays out, but I don't enter this trade. NASDAQ this week has just been fucking me up, bro. Just like clatting me every day. So I do watch this kind of do its thing. As you can see here, I do avoid a loss on NASDAQ for waiting and being more patient for US30. And I also talk about here how we've already come down 130 points on NASDAQ, so I wasn't really looking for shorts, to be honest with you. Even though, you know, we've already had this big bullish momentum prior. But as you can see here, now I'm like, yo, fuck NASDAQ, and I focus on US30. So I'm waiting for the break here, I'm waiting for a push. See how right now it's resisting. Okay, now it's starting to get some volume coming. I'm really waiting for that move. Still resisting. I quite like it though when it pushes and resists and then breaks through it. I do like that. Usually when it breaks immediately, I'm finding I get faked out a lot, but US30, we're resisting the support resistance, so just waiting for the break is all I'm waiting for right now. Marked up, I've got my 40-point stop loss, just waiting for the volume. We broke.
Order filled.
There's that push. So I was in immediately, boom, in that shit. And now all I essentially do is mark up my trade, mark up my Fibonacci settings. If you do want these Fib settings, they are in the description. They are in my Discord of every single video. I'm actually like blasting music at this point, fucking vibing and shit. Yeah, I set my stop loss, set my take profit. I've been putting my take profit, even though I go for 1 to 2s, I've been putting my take profit at 1 to 3, just in case we get that really strong volume day and we push and I can trail it from the 1 to 2. And all now I'm doing is I've made my bed, I'm now laying in it and hoping that this trade plays out. See, at this point, I was a bit like, we're going to push. In my mind, my brain's telling me like, yo, just get out of break even. It stopped pushing, the momentum's gone. But I have noticed with these markets lately, we have had slower moves. They've either come later or they've been slower. They've not been the usual, you know, fucking 30 seconds, 1 to 2 minute moves. They have been a bit slower, stalling once they're broken out. I find has been a very, very common thing. But yeah, so I stay in the trade. I'm trying to analyze my emotions. Big thing for me at this point on this day on Friday is, well, 1, we're already bullish. Okay, that's cool. But 2, how are my emotions? How am I feeling right now in this trade? Am I sitting comfortably or am I panicking? Am I wanting to get out? I'm trying to ignore all my emotions, basically. You can see there's a lot of nervous energy going on. I seem to be dragging around the screen a lot rather than just sitting and letting it fucking play. That to me is just like nervous twitches almost, I would say. But yeah, we're starting to push now, about to clip that 1 to 1. Now I don't go break even at 1 to 1 because last week I was going break even at 1 to 1 and every day I was just fucking getting stopped out and then it hit take profit. So last week would have been a really good week as well, but I ended up break even last week because of going break even too early. So at this point I am just like letting it do its thing. As you can see, we've pushed through now. We nearly hit a 1 to 2, not quite there. Here on the 1 minute, just taking an idea into how the 1 minute's looking. Again, we're looking like we're going to reject right now. I could have gone break even at this point, but because US30, I've kind of been trading it a little bit more. I'm getting a feel for it. US30, I didn't feel it was need to go break even at this point. Here, I'm just moving my shit out of the way so you can see it more clearly. Right, we're starting to push now. We're about to go for that 1 to 2. We're up. Again, I'm risking $400 on this trade. Risking between $400 and $500 a trade at the moment. That's how I'm risking my managing my risk. And I'm looking to pass this account very, very soon. So hopefully I pass this on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, trading without people watching today was making me feel a lot more comfortable. It took the pressure off it a lot. Trading with 200, 300 people nearly watching you is a big pressure, especially when like I'm not someone who's in a massive position of like success at this point, and I'm still learning. I'm just like all you guys, bro. I'm just still learning. So imagine trading as it is and then putting another fucking 300 people watching you in real time. It is very draining, I would say, very stressful. All right, I've locked in that 1 to 2. I'm now here. Like, if we're gonna trail, I'll trail it to a 1 to 3.
Order filled.
There it is. Take profit smashed. Here's the results for the end of this week. This is from April the 13th to the 17th. Every single day has been a winning day except for Monday. Now, I came into this week only decided I'm going to take one trade and one trade early and see how it plays out. Because last week I tested going to break even at a 1 to 1. Do not recommend. On both of these days, on the orange days, they were both winning days. I missed out because I went to break even too early. So we'd have been so green this month so far. New York has been really good for April so far. London, dog shit. Let's not even talk about it. But New York, on fire. Now, Monday, the only day where I lost is simply because I didn't take a second trade. I took a first entry on a short position. And oh my God, you can see the reversal play. This reversal play here on the long, boom, easy W. Now, I wouldn't have taken a second trade if it was to go up and then come back down. But what I do like is that, and I find high probability trades, usually if it fakes out one side and the other side pushes through with momentum, usually a high probability play. So I am going to have to stick to 2 trades, even though I really would like to stick to 1. But bro, you do go through phases where it fakes out and always the reversal. Bro, if I had to take a 1 trade this entire week, today and today only would have been the only winning day. Meaning I would have had 4 losing days and 1 W. Whereas because I've taken 2 trades every day, I've got 1 W and 4 I've got 1 L and 4 Ws, which is mad. Now, unfortunately, at the beginning of the week, I wasn't using my Lucid account. Now, unfortunately, at the beginning of the week, I wasn't using my Top Step account. I was on Lucid. So I took an L on Lucid and then a 1 to 3 on Redline. Another thing as well this week, putting my levels at 1 to 3, my take profit at 1 to 3 and allowing a trail has allowed me to get bigger RR this week. Usually I never get anything beyond the 1 to 2, but this week I've been getting 1 to 3s. On 2 of these days, we hit 1 to 3 on US30 YM twice, which is sick. And yeah, so that's this week. Back to the fucking drawing board. I'm trading one account early per session, slowing shit down. These markets have been wild. So whilst we've got all this conflict going on in the world, rather than like halving my risk or anything like that, I've simply just been scaling down my amount of funded accounts I'm getting. I'm going with a process. 1 account, pass it, get the payout, buy the 4 other accounts, pass them simultaneously, pay for the activation fee, boom, you got 5 accounts, 10k a month, boom, 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 soon come. And eventually, in a month or 2, I'd love to tick off this goal at the top, 10k payout from trading only. That would be fucking sick. That's the plan, but I need to, psychology-wise, chill out a little bit, calm down a little bit. Even though, yeah, we were a green week and we're up 6R, I'm actually not happy with the way I traded at all. Even though I've won, I know it's crazy, but I've won every day. But I allowed one of them days yesterday, which was yesterday, that would have reversed every fucking single day's profit if I didn't luckily win. I got lucky, boys. So, chilling the fuck out, trading solo, about to go on holiday, walk away for the first time in a long time, and see if I can maybe close my laptop and not trade. But yeah, boys, that is the results for the week. Again, we started trading the Top Step on the Wednesday. So, boom, all green. Start trying to upload a bit more now. In fact, I invested in some fucking online coaching today as well. That's another thing I'll mention and throw in there. I'd like to start leveling up this content. Now I'm not doing any live streaming for the rest of the month. Let's focus on the content a bit more. Get some good fucking videos out for you, man. But yeah, peace, boys.